Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kyusho here, and now, before we do begin, a lot of things have happened. Now, we had Renegade. Renegade, after, revealing All Might's public identity, he's done quite a lot. For Izuku, he was getting things a bit more set up and put together. He had a plan to help Mikibara go a bit more down the dark side. She believes in him. She believes everything he tells her. And right now he's told her quite simple. They're bad now so that there's more good later. She, however, has taken his teachings a bit more to the extreme. She has been hurting herself because she's committing crimes and is even taking life. And Deku, whenever he caught her doing this, he actually encouraged it. Ibara has set a limit for herself. The day she beats herself to a point where even she can't stand, she may very well give up being a villain. But Deku, he's not going to allow that. Ibara has added something to make this a little bit more fun. And right now he's curious to see where he can push her. He's already broken her once, but he's curious. He's given her something to believe. So, should he break her again or let her believe? Let her spread the good word that what they're doing is good. Now, Ibara, yeah, she was left with a new costume and a new tool to help her with her goal. And right now, the villains, they were getting things put together. The Meta Liberation Army, the people who want to follow and work for Renegade, the Chiha Saikai. Right now, all of them, they're on the same side. Right now, the Chiha Saikai, though, they're a bit more at arm's length. They're trying to keep things private, keep some of the things that they do under wraps, because otherwise, it won't be too good. Now, right now, the villains, they are attacking a hero agency, and we'll actually pick up to some of the heroes. Right now, somebody and their sidekick, they do come back from patrol. And right now they do somewhat talk about it, expressing to their sidekick that they're just saying, them going to look up from their food. On patrol, it wasn't that bad, was it? Not really, but I'm just saying, it was a bit weird. Yeah, it's sort of like that. I mean, if you're not popular enough, people will just look at you funny, kind of treat you like a mascot, I guess. But then again, what happens after your first brand deal? You get recognized, you get a photo with some people. I mean, sometimes people even pay to get a photo with you. Yeah, you say that now, but I just don't know. No. The kid will go to someone turn his head, thinking for a second. He's stuck as a sidekick. And even then, him looking over and seeing a pro hero, somebody they admire, somebody that they know. And right now they do something just stare. It feels strange. I mean, she doesn't know who he is, right? I mean, she's at least popular in the agency, but here, he's still new. Now, right now, there is with a person, they do go to talk about it, expressing to him, come on, just go over and talk to her. I don't even know what I'm supposed to say. What do you mean? What are you supposed to say? Now, right now, there actually is where the sky does go to become dark. And everybody they do just want to turn their heads, seeing that the cafeteria is starting to get a little bit dark before the lights, they actually did start to cast shadows. And right now, everybody, they do go to look towards the windows. Some of them going to run over and see what's happening. As there actually was where somebody, they did go to somewhat go and pop their head off from the top of the area. the Nomu currently going to throw out its tongue, as right now it does get smashed against the glass. And many people do watch. The Nomu's starting to crawl down the side of the building. Now, right now, someone does get a turn and shout, they have a villain attack on their hands. Now, the person will get a turn and throw a chair directly at the window. And right now, they do go to look outside and up to see what's going on. As right now, they do at least confirm multiple villains and a massive area of darkness above them. Now, we do actually have Renegade, who right now he does float there in the air. And right now, Deku, he does float there using his wings, and at least a few flying insects under his feet. Now, Deku right now, he does sit there floating, thinking about the design in his head. She designed it and she did it very well. Okay. So he's gonna have to do things a bit more. Yeah, maybe that will work. Now, we do actually have where a live stream broadcast does pop up. And a few people, they do at least start seeing what's going on. As right now, Renegade, he's broadcasting as there's a ton of wind in the background. And right now, Renegade, he will go to create something on his ear, as he does go at least hook it up to his phone. Him beginning to express to the crowd about what's happening today. As right now, we do actually have our heroes, they begin to hear about the broadcast. Now, whenever the Good Samaritan who found the broadcast reported it to the heroes, they had trouble finding it, but they did eventually. And Renegade, he was standing there in the air? Does he have a fucking air quirk too? No. Deku, he tried to express to everybody what was going on. And right now we do actually have down below, where his Nomus, they've been released, along with even tons of people actually trying to join the villains. Now, right now everybody, they would go to hear Renegade talk about it, as right now they do go to see the massive amount of destruction, as pros, they're trying to fight. It's groups of people going up against a small army. And right now, that army is literally falling out of the sky. Now, we're going to see it, as massive explosions start to come out of some of the other levels. Parts of the building starts to collapse, and walls are getting destroyed. And Deku, he would go to express to everybody, as right now he does go to bring his hand up, and from his throat, a handle is going to pop out. Deku going to grab onto it, as right now he'll go to pull onto it with both hands. Now, right now the camera would float there, as right now the bugs holding onto it, they do at least start to try and cradle it a bit better. Now, right now Deku, he will go to pull a flaming sword directly out from his neck. And right now he will go to press a button and ignite it and cover it in flames, as he will go to bring his hand up and announce to the world what the villains are going to be doing. Now, right now Deku does go to do it. He summons a swarm. He tries to summon as many insects as he can, as many bugs as he can. Right now, he does use a combination. And right now, the ground, it starts to get covered in bugs. And people, yeah. Whenever Deku does send bugs into that building to attack heroes, people are all caught off guard. And right now we do actually have at UA, and where All Might, he does hear about what's happening. Him actually going to bring his hand up to his helmet and right now press a button, as he does going to turn off the alert and going to turn. Him running over to a window and going to open it, as right now he will going to turn back to Night Eye and express to him. He'll try and hold off Renegade, or at least try and stall him as much as possible. Try and get there fast, with heroes and backup. Now, Night Eye does get a nod, and he does know what he needs to do. And right now, All Might, he does blitz away fast. He needs to get to this location. Now, we do actually currently have inside the building, where the same person from earlier, they are currently hiding in a bathroom stall, and they're thinking about what to do. And right now, they do start their phone. Someone they know, they heard about the live stream. They saw it and they saw the building. And right now, his phone's blowing up. Him trying to talk to, at least tell a lot of people he's okay. And right now, he can't really, well, you know, talk. No. There actually was where he got a few messages from an unknown number. And he actually was surprised to see that it was the person he admired. I mean, the senior pro who's just a few years older than them. Now, the person right now, they do get to call that phone number. And whenever they do try to talk to this person and find out where they are, this person, they're just, what, a few levels down, battling against villains with a group of heroes. Okay. Now, right now the person, they do want to know where he is, because they are worried. And the guy, he does decide to run out of the bathroom. Right now, him trying to make a beeline for the elevator. Now, we do actually have where the elevator would go to open, and somebody they do go to step out. Now, right now we do actually have the heroes, many more notable ones. Right now, All Might, he does go to arrive, and whenever he does, there actually is where Deku, he does see the number one hero when he does go look out of a window. And right now, Deku, he does look down to see a battle that happened once before. As right now, All For One, who was ripping the cork out of somebody, does go to drop their head, their face would go to hit the ground. And right now, All For One does go to someone turn to All Might, expressing to the hero about how long it's been. Last time they had a battle, he actually could see the number one hero's face. Why the mask? I mean, did he think it was stylish? That being where All For One does bring his hand up to his own mask, expressing. Sadly, his is utilized for something else. But then again, there is what's on his head. He's got to say, he's quite disappointed. The number one hero is using cheap tactics. Along with that, this being where Deku, he actually is going to create something in both of his hands. And right now he will go to someone turn and ask the person if they think what he's doing is going a bit too far. I don't know. Oh, come on. At least answer properly. Now, right now Deku does go look down. And he does stare at the number one hero, All Might. And right now, there actually is Sir Night-Eye and many other pros. Many other pros, they're making their way here. Ryuko, Mirako, and Endeavor. Even Best Genius is on the way, along with Mr. Aizawa. Now, right now, All Might and All For One, the two do face off. And there is where somebody, they do go to walk into the room that Deku, he's actually in. And they do try and sneak up on the villain. Because right now, they need to get the drop on him. That being what they do think. And right now they do go to bring up their hands, thinking about what their quirk can do. And right now there actually is where they do go to walk up behind Renegade and get to grab onto him. And right now they do try to use their quirk to kill the villain. Now, there actually is Deku, who he felt their mind when they tried to sneak in. Since Deku, he had the radius of his quirk active. Now, right now Deku, he does actually feel the hero go to stop. Him going to turn to his left and inform the pro. Very, very valiant. Him going to bring up the gun. But, hey, 2 out of 10. Now, Deku would blast the pro directly in the gut. And right now the pro does go flying backwards and smashing on the ground. Deku turning back. Now, Deku, he actually does look at the battle. And right now he does know that pros, they are on the way. And he does go to bring his hand up and create 2 items. Him going to bring his left hand out and snatch a jack-in-the-box, as he does go to grip his right hand around a walkie-talkie. Now, Deku does someone go to lean directly onto the wall, expressing as he does go to someone look backwards and out of the broken window. Turning back to the person sitting down, he's going to be honest. This was a little bit more fun. I mean, today is a day where hundreds of pros are going to die. So he's going to at least tell him this one little thing. Him going to bend down. You know, that girl he likes, she likes him back. Now, the guy's a bit more surprised, and Deku does continue on, expressing to him, oh yeah, no, he'd be surprised. In fact, it happened. What was it? The first time he did a heroic act? It's quite pretty, isn't it? By the way, here, hold this jack-in-the-box. Now, the guy is confused. Him just going to hold out his hand as Deku is going to set it down. Him going to wind it up and expressing to the guy. Here's how it all started. Here's how she came to love him. Here is how she came to want to be with him. Here's how it came to where she just wanted to get with him and just take him in. Well, why would he spoil the rest? Now, Deku is going to stand back up, going to step backwards, expressing to the man, he does need to know. His chances, they were very good. Deku actually going to back Dorky up and into the window. Him going into the window frame as he does going to take another step back, throwing his leg up as he does go to leap backwards and into the air. And he does get a smile to the man. And the man right now does get to listen to the jack-in-the-box. As Renegade, he does deploy his wings and spin his body around. Him slowing his descent, as right now All Might, he will go to look up, as a massive explosion was heard. Now, All For One right now, he does take the opportunity. Him going to bring his hand up and blast out air cannon. Now, All Might right now to see Renegade, as the man has wings from his back. His long, flowing jacket, right now it's swaying in the wind. His mask is still kept on his face. And right now he does go to elegantly land, as he does go throw out his left foot and step down as if he doesn't weigh a thing. Now, Deku, he does have his wings still deployed, as he would go to walk up next to All For One, asking if he was going to handle All Might here. Yes, but didn't we have something else planned? Of course we did, Master. Now, Deku turning back to All Might, expressing, right now All Might and him are going to play a game, and All For One here, he will be the judge. Now, All Might is confused, and Deku would express, All Might needs to know. He can't be on the offensive. Every time he goes for an attack, what he is going to do is have somebody he knows abduct someone random. Or, well, are they random? Are they people connected to the UA students? Who knows? Are they just random civilians he decided would be good for the game show? Are they just unlucky souls who happened to pass by? Were they just there? Or were they selected for a purpose? I mean, well, a special guest he wanted to have here today is actually here. And right now, Deku, he will get a turn. And he does go to greet the Todoroki brothers. Now, All Might he does see Dabi. And right now he does see the person standing next to him. He has a good idea as to who that could be. And right now, he doesn't want to be right. Now, Deku would inform the two. Cause some chaos and have some fun. All Might needs to be introduced to somebody else next. Now, right now the heroes, they begin to show up, As Endeavor, he does come blasting down in a new modified costume. Since, right now, well, he did go through a new redesign. And knowing Renegade would be here, yeah, working with the number one hero, he doesn't have that issue anymore. If it means he can put this guy in the ground, he's willing to fucking step well on his pride to do that. It doesn't matter anymore. Now, they're going to see Endeavor and All Might, and the two, they face off against All for One. As Deku has expressed both of these two. Now that ain't fair, isn't it? Two against one? And Endeavor to shout, expressing, he has multiple quirks as well. Stop trying to deny it. Stop trying to deny that he is not going to fight. Now, Deku would tell the hero, he's not denying it, but well, he's not involved here. Now, other heroes start to descend on the battlefield. And right now there actually is where Deku, he would go to bring up the walkie-talkie and express. He wants them to deploy. Come to him, his princess. Now, right now the heroes, the all just don't stand there. And there is where a portal does open up behind Deku. Now, right now everybody, they do get a watch. As there is where the Red Queen, she steps out. And then there is Songbird, Jiro. Then you have the Nomu. You do have Momo who does come crawling out. Her somewhat moving on a bit more of crouched legs. Now, there was Denki. He came running out, and right now he was looking a bit around like a wild animal. Because he was excited. He's back outside. And he, well, he wanted to do something other than probably tear something up, or, well, act like a stupid dog. At least that's what Deku's thinking. Now, you also had Mina and, well, the other Class 1B student. And right now Deku, he stood there with them. Him expressing as there was where two people came walking up to him. Him expressing, going to bring his hand out and grab onto Toga. Bring his other hand out, as he is going to wrap his hands around both Songbird and the Red Queen. Right now, they're all here to have fun. Besides, the heroes, they might think everything he's done so far has been for a reason. They might think all of this is well, good, and fair. But there's one thing they've been missing. Now, all the heroes, they were left in a state of shock. Just watching. Allies were showing up? No. The UA students. Now, there actually was a portal that opened up a few feet away behind them. As right now Ibarra, she does come stepping out of it. And right now she does look to be in a cloak. Her head's down. And right now the heroes, they're left unaware as to who is coming up behind them. Now, Ibarra right now does get a step forwards. As her shoes, they clatter on the ground. Now, right now we do actually have where somebody, they do gotta get ready. Aizawa needs to be on the, well, defensive. He needs to stay back. Let them take down Renegade and then take down this other guy. Or no. Retrieval of the UA students. This is his fault. He's their teacher. Maybe he should be the one who brings them back home. No. No, they may very well be lost. Renegade has them under some mind control. He needs to break them all free of that. Now, that's what Aizawa does think. As right now, whenever everybody, they do go to get ready, and All Might, he does get to step off to fight All for One. There is where the heroes, many of them, they are immediately wrapped up by vines. And right now, Endeavor and All Might, they're the only two heroes left free. Now, All Might, he actually just go rushing forwards towards, well, All for One. And right now, there was Endeavor. who he does get step forwards and rush directly at Renegade. As right now there is where Dobby, he does get a step in. Him right now going to step directly in front of Deku and bring up his hand blasting out flames. Now, Endeavor right now he does go to run his hands up. Him going to try and blast down towards the ground and bring it up, trying to split the flames so it can run through them. Now, whenever Endeavor does go to do that, there is actually where somebody they do go to step forwards. And right now they do go to throw out their other hand. Now, Endeavor right now he's caught off guard, as ice shoots directly through all the fire. And right now Endeavor, he does get caught in part of it, as he does go to look up and see Dobby. And right now Dobby, he does stand there with somebody else, as they're wearing a mask. And right now, their hand. That hand. Now, right now Endeavor, he realizes something. Both of his sons are here. And right now he does get a shout directly out in anger. Him going to rush forwards, as right now he knows what he has to do. Now, with that being said, there actually is where all the pro heroes, they try and get free. Kamari Woods, well, Midnight, Mr. Snipe, and many other people. And right now there actually is Sir Night-Eye, who he is trying to plan his own way out of here. As there actually is where Midnight, she does try to bring her hands up. She had a bit of a plan, but whenever she did go to feel herself get pulled away, and her hands get more restrained, and her legs actually somewhat completely stop moving, there was where she felt her hands get pulled up and together. And right now she was going to look up and watch as the vines, they tighten around both hands. Before there is where one vine does go to jump up and loop directly in between her restrained hands. And right now that vine does go to tighten as Midnight she's pulled up into the air. Now, Midnight does feel vines go to wrap around her ankles. Hurley's going to comment on the knot that is on the, well, restraint on her wrist. Now, right now Midnight she's thrown upside down, and she actually does spin around a bit, trying to gain her bearing. She sees that hero over there restrained, that one over there restrained. There's Night-Eye, but he's doing something. Now, Night-Eye is looking into the future, and right now he's trying to find any possible way to get out of here. Finding a future where he gets out of here, Renegade's unmasked, and All Might is still alive. Those right now are his parameters. And there actually is where Midnight does go look down towards the villain. And right now she does get to see it. And honestly, Hurley's going to get a bit more happy and excited, expressing as she does see Ibarra. Right now Ibarra, she does sit there in a bit more of a, well, I guess I can call it midnight style outfit. Now, Ibarra, her entire, well, top portion of her face is covered. Her hood hides her hair. And right now everybody, they're confused because this is the girl from 1B's quirk. Now, Ibarra does stand there in what's best described as a swimsuit with essentially padding and these things to protect her arms, her legs, and, well, important bits I feel like I should specify. Now, right now her armor, it basically also does at least have straps running through it, and patterns. And, well, there are bumps on it that do look like spikes. Now, Ibarra does stand there in the green outfit, as it's basically just a green swimsuit with straps all around her body, expressing, she is the Thorn Princess, and they all need to repent. Now, Midnight does at least try and give a bit of a critique, since, well, if she doesn't wear, what, at least a bodysuit, she's gonna get sunburned. I mean, that's just her opinion, though. I mean, besides, they sort of help. Now, that's Midnight's at least 2 cents. And right now, Thorn Princess, she is trying to hide her embarrassment, and she does somewhat begin to understand Renegade a bit more. The way he throws things out the window. And right now, her mind, it begins to warp a little bit more. To her, Renegade, whenever he goes on stage, he must be something, right? So he's himself. No, he's out there. He's extravagant. He's extreme. He must have a way with words. And right now, everything going on, the way her heart's racing, the way she's just thinking about what to do. Now, right now, everybody they do something good to see. The way the Thorn Princess just don't breathe. Her getting a lot more excited. At midnight right now, yeah, she's gotta say, maybe these kids they do have some redeeming qualities. Because this girl, yeah, crazy and wanting to use her power, along with looking good doing it. I mean, it's just her style. She can respect it. Now, midnight right now, she does at least try to ask anybody if they have a plan. And right now, midnight, she does get a look over towards Aizawa. And he does at least try to express one of his plans. Now, right now, the heroes, they do try to make a plan to get out of here. And Night Eye, whenever he does try to look into the other features, there's a pattern forming. Now, right now, Night Eye, he gets to work on that with the pros. And we do actually have over with All Might and All for One. These two have started a battle out in broad daylight. And right now the heroes, yeah. They are watching the number one hero fight up against the total and all evil. But while all that's going on, we do actually have Renegade standing on the sidelines. He is waiting. All of his Nomu are doing good. And right now, he does just stand there. He's got to do something. What's the most effective move he can make on the board? Let's see. More heroes are going to show up. Any additional heroes, this will definitely be a problem. Now, right now Deku, he has an idea. Right now, the attack has been going on for well over 20 minutes. And right now, he needs to spice this up. And he does going to reach down and grab his radio, as he does express to the people who follow him from the Meta Liberation Army. Right now, he's giving the word. This is the call to arms of Renegade. Now, right now, everybody, they do start to have screens go blink. And the news broadcast is going to change to Deku's livestream, as it pops up everywhere. And right now, there's even at UA. Where Renegade, he does hold the camera. Him expressing, as there is where his eye, it does somewhat go to twitch, and blood starts to pour from one side of his nose. Him going to somewhat create something to, well, hold off the blood. Now, Deku does have a tissue forming his nose. Him expressing, right now, this is Renegade's call to arms. Anyone who's ever thought about doing anything bad, they need to know. The crime rate has been on the rise right now. Heroes are spread thin. Heroes are failing them. When the villains take things back over, proper order will be restored. The people who have been misrepresented and who have been looked at as the villains the whole time, they will get their chance. Anybody who's ever been wronged by society, right now, he's asking them, have some damn fun. Let go of that moral code. Let go of those reins that you have telling you to be sane, be reasonable, be kind. Because right now, what he wants them to do is simple. Enact the proper order of the universe. Chaos. It's fair, it's not kind. He wants them to have fun. Now, right now Deku and Ochako, the two, they do see this. And right now, a lot's happening. And right now, Renegade, he does stand there. He has a few ideas. He's got to deal with the number one hero. He's got to deal with the heroes Ibarra's got tied up. But what's a good ability he can take? Hmm. Kamari Woods' ability would be good. Hmm. But Kamari Woods, he escaped last time they were in the same room. He managed to get a branch from him, but hey. Maybe that hero, he'd be a better fire starter? No. But then there's another hero here. Let's see. Of all the chaos going around, if she arrives, no. He needs to think a bit better about that. Hmm. Now, right now, a lot of things are happening. Villains all over this entire city are beginning to show up. Right now, they're popping up. And many people, they actually do start to show off a bit more of the things they have been provided with. Some of the people who follow Renegade have been given a specialized item. Many of the people who follow Renegade, they have been given specialized orders. And right now, Renegade, he has something in the works. However, right now, there is currently somebody else. Somebody who they're watching. And right now, they need to get there. They need to make sure that by the time they arrive, they'll have things set up and they'll be able to take down Renegade. This might be their only chance, their only real shot at taking down the villain. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed, and have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.